Hello, how you doing, guys? Yeah. Oh, 1 second. I'm gonna stand up for this one. Okay, so this is just a video, just a quick vid for just someone in my forums. A guy called Excuse My Deck Chair. Here, yeah, I broke my chair, rocking out too much, and my chair fell apart, and now I have a deck chair, which is this nice olive green colour, as you can see. So yeah, I should put that over there because I'm too poor. I can't afford a new chair at the moment. So I admit it. Okay, so this is just reply to this guy Warduke75 from my forum, man. Yeah, this is something I couldn't really explain to you in text, dude. So I thought I'd just do you a quick video, as I said. Right. Okay. Then firstly, your strings are too flappy. I don't know what that could be really. I'm not entirely sure what that could be. I don't know. I can't quite put my finger on that one. But what I will say about well, one thing that I was taught never had a lesson, but when I used to chat to jazz bassists that I used to hang out with when I was younger, is never ever mess with the truss rod unless you're entirely sure what you're doing with the tweaking it and stuff. It kind of needs to be done professionally. I mean, I don't know if that stands true today because there's so much information on the internet and stuff, but I never ever mess with the truss rod. I just don't go anywhere near it because it just kind of freaks me out, And apparently you can really do your bass a lot of damage doing that stuff. But you've done it, and you say that you're getting rid of the fret buzz, but only with only using your thumb. That could be a technique thing. A lot of fret buzz comes down to a technique. Sometimes, because when you're playing with your thumb, I guess you're meaning up and down business like this or like that, or sometimes when we're playing and we're getting used to this whole two finger thing, it could be difficult to get a nice momentum, and a nice round momentum. See, like this is a Music Man bass, okay, and these are top quality basses, good basses, and even listen, if you can listen, if I put my finger down on that 12th fret, I'm getting fret buzz. I don't know if it's as bad as your fret buzz, but that's because I'm playing quite hard with these fingers. Yeah, you see that? Can you hear that? Buzz, 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 buzz. I don't know if you can hear it over the camera, but I can definitely hear it here, and it sucks. But if I pull my technique back and I just loosen everything up a little bit and just play a little bit more smooth, it's not there. There's nothing there. Okay, it's no longer a problem. Just because I've just lessened up with these fingers, and that's the thing. When a lot of people, when they're playing bass and they're practicing without an amp, they purposefully put more power into their playing because they want to hear it. It's different than with a guitar. Guitar rings out and sounds higher. Bass is low end, so but you play it harder to be able to hear the damn thing. Okay. So I would say that it may be that. Okay, it could be that. Pull real back on your playing. Because the thing is with fret buzz, it could be one of 100 things. But try this, yeah. It could just be the fact that you might be playing too hard. But the main thing about fret buzz is for example, is it still buzzing through the amp? Can you hear a buzz through the amp if you're playing hard or not? You hear that fret buzz that I had there? I can't hear it through the amp, so therefore that fret buzz is okay with me, yeah? As long as that doesn't transpose to come out of this thing here, I'm cool with it, alright? Okay, it can buzz all it wants when I'm not playing with it, but if it came through that, then I'd have problems. And then I'd certainly go and think about getting my bass, set up properly and professionally, and having the intonation adjusted and stuff like that. Okay, another thing it could be is what we talked about, and what your and what your bass guy talked to you about in the shop is about a bend in the neck, which it could be. That's another thing gives fret buzz is bends in the neck. You didn't know how to look down the bass. When we look down a bass to see if we've got a bend in the neck, to see if that's causing fret buzz, what we do is we take the bass. So if you can see me, say that I'm here, yeah. I'm looking down a bass like this. Okay, looking down it, and what I'm looking for is, I'll show you on the camera now. Here we go. You're gonna be looking down it like that, yeah. Right. Okay. Oh man, it's gonna be really difficult. Right. Anyway, on this left-hand side, because don't forget it'll be flipped image. You'll be looking down the left ridge of the bass. You're looking for a bend like this, a bend like that, yeah? It should be the strings and the bass neck should be adjacent to each other. If you have a bend in your neck, you'll see that I mean, any of you other guys can test this out as well. You'll see that the neck will be like that, okay? We want it to be straight. So it's here, look down this left-hand side, okay? And you'll see it will be bent ever so slightly. Now, most basses naturally have a curvature in them. It's because when we play it, we have the tension of the when we have the tension of the strings. It's going to cause that. I know through time and stuff, it's gonna happen. But if it's quite a big bend, then you got problems there, and then like you're gonna have to really mess. I don't know if you've got a huge bend, I don't know if messing with the truss rod will help you that much, okay? But if you don't, then I would go back to saying it could be a technique thing, and don't panic about it if it's sounding okay through the amp, yeah? Okay, cool. So I hope that helped you a little bit, dude. I think that was kind of all of the questions you asked, man. Let me just have a quick check. Buzz is still there. Intonation, right? Yeah, this guy, he sounds like a cowboy. $25 to change strings and set it up. Didn't change the strings, and the buzz was still there. And then he didn't even set the intonation right. Yeah, man. Go. I don't know what country you're in, but I would say, yeah, definitely go look for another shop. Over here, I think you can get your bass set up for like, it's pennies these days, man. Over in England, $25 seemed a hell of a lot to me. For that, I think. Hopefully getting the next set will fix the looseness problem. It could be that. It could be it could be your neck that's making those strings floppy again. Yeah, because that will happen. That will definitely happen if you've got a huge bend in that neck. It's going to cause. You can see why it would cause your strings to be floppy, because in the mid part of your neck being bent, this part here, and the strings are coming across, and there's that huge gap beneath it. That would cause your strings to become floppy as well. Okay, anyway, man, I hope that helped. I'm sorry that I couldn't really give you a definitive answer. That's why I'm doing this video for you. And good luck with it, man, and tell me how it goes, yeah? You take care, bub. Bye-bye.